Next, Brittney Griner has been sentenced to 9 years in prison in Russia for carrying 2 vape pens containing less than a gram of cannabis oil. If you're wondering how loud to shout bull, you're most definitely not alone. The war on drugs. It's not just for cops in the United States to funnel people from low-income circumstances into privatized prisons for modern-day slavery. It's also for political prisoners. Things you may not know about Brittney Griner's situation. She was arrested for carrying less than a gram of cannabis oil at a Russian airport. The cannabis was recommended to her by a doctor to treat her pain. There was no one there to translate there for Brittney, so she had absolutely no clue what was going on. Also, she wouldn't be in Russia for off-season games if the WNBA base salary were above $120,600 compared to the NBA's base salary of $5.4 million. There's a reason that no-name NBA player that sits on the bench for your city's team doesn't play for the Beijing Ducks in the offseason. And upon her arrest, Trump had this to say about her. The Rolling Stone writes, former President Trump bashed Griner recently, calling her a potentially spoiled person who went to Russia loaded up with drugs. Wow. That is wow. Trump calling Brittney Griner spoiled. If projection were an event in the upcoming Olympics, that's a gold medal qualifier right there. Trump projecting. World class. It's too bad there isn't a league for that. Imagine that though. Just imagine. You're watching an American citizen get brutally, wrongfully detained in a flurry of untranslated papers and accusations, and your takeaway is loads of drugs and spoiled person? It's not like she's Jim Irsay. That's I-R-S-A-Y, billionaire white guy who literally had a garbage bag full of drugs and faced no consequences. Owner of the Indianapolis Colts. Google it. And now the U.S. is offering Russia a prisoner swap for Brittney Griner, a two-way arms dealer in Victor Bout, also known as the Merchant of Death. Can you imagine? You're carrying less than a gram of cannabis oil recommended by your doctor, and now you're a political prisoner speculated to be traded for a guy called the Merchant of Death who would sell arms to both sides of a war. Look at this guy. Look at that mustache. What is going on? He looks like Chef Boyardee retired from slinging ravioli and started slinging Kalashnikovs. What the is going on? If women were paid not even equally, but a quarter of what men make in professional sports, this wouldn't be happening. And now, the risk of being a professional female athlete is becoming a political pawn in a game between two very spoiled countries.